make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because I do upload videos every single week. Sometimes I upload videos up to 3 times a week, and I want people to see my videos. So please leave comments, please leave any questions that you have. Make sure you hit the like button, because when you do that, it really does help out my channel, and other people can see this content as well. Welcome to my life as I live it. I'm Army Princess, the mother, wife, and soldier, and I want to share this journey with you. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe now so you don't miss a moment of it. Hey everybody, it's Army Princess here, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, I am a U.S. Army soldier who's been in the military for 10 years now, and I enjoy sharing my experiences with you all. Today, a subscriber asked me to do a video on tips for being female in the military and basic training in general. So, I was like, oh yeah, I could get this, I could do this, I could do this. And I was like, you know what? That is a very good idea, because you don't think that there are specific logistics that females have to think about when they go to basic training. Like, it's different than guys. Guys could just get up and go. But for females, we can't always just get up and go. So I am going to give you some tips, if you're a female, on how to make basic training a little bit easier for you. So my first tip, like, if you don't get any other tips, get this tip. My first tip is to protective style. Now, if you are someone who doesn't do braids or you can't really do wigs. I wouldn't suggest do wigs at all, but I would suggest like braids of some sort. Now, please, please, please know that you can't just go in there with any kind of braids. You can't have color. You can't have big goddess braids. You need to be able to wear your hat and your helmet, it's called a Kevlar, and your gas mask. So you need something that you can pull back into a ponytail. So I would suggest micro braids or cornrows, or like the smaller individual braids, like the individual braids. But something that you can pull back, not something that's super long, because you have to put that thing in a bun, and you don't want to walk around with this big old steering wheel on the back of your head. Because I had a drill sergeant in basic training, this was years ago. She was Hawaiian, and her hair was like all the way down to her butt, and she would wrap that thing up, and it looked like a big old steering wheel on the back of her head. So now recently the regulation has changed. There are regulations on how big your bun can be, the size of your braids, the width of your braids. So make sure you check AR 670-1. I'm going to put it here. This is the military regulation on wear and appearance. So it's going to tell you how to wear your uniform, how to wear your makeup, how to wear your jewelry, how to wear your hair. All the type of things that females need and females want. So please make sure you look into the regulations before you go get your hair done, before you join the military. And even while you're in the military, it's something to make sure you're kept abreast of. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is packing. Make sure you pack light. This goes for females and males, but specifically for females, because I know females can get a little carried away. I know I am a culprit. When I go on vacation, I have like shoes and clothes, like something for each day. Like my husband's like, I'm not taking a pair of shoes or like 2 pairs of shoes if one of them is only for one outfit. I could just take one and wear it for every outfit. Not me. If I'm wearing this and I know it go with these shoes, and I need to take that. Do not do that in basic training. Actually, when you get to basic training, they're going to take all of your clothes away anyway. They're going to take everything away, panties, bras, everything away. And they will give it to you at the end, but everybody has to be uniform, meaning you will go to the store on base and you will get white panties, white bras, white socks. Well, you'll have green socks, but everybody's going to have the same thing. So you don't need to go in there with this big luggage full of stuff, because you will not use any of it during basic training. So just literally the clothes that you're wearing that day is what you need to come to basic training with. When you get done with basic training, you'll be able to go to the store and buy all the clothes you want, or have your clothes shipped to you. So another tip that I would like to say is that if you aren't protective styling, if you're not someone who, a different nationality who doesn't normally wear braids or anything like that, make sure you take black rubber bands, black hair ties. Well, I don't want to say black, because technically it can match your hair color. So if you have brown hair, then technically you can wear brown. But do not get any colored hair bows, I guess I should say, or colored hair ties. So like, I know when I went to like, you know, Claire's sells like the big roll of hair ties, and it has like purple, blue, green. Like you get a whole bunch of them on one big roll or band or whatever those things are called. Don't take any colored hair stuff, because like I said, everything has to be uniform. So if you have brown hair, you can get a brown scrunchie or a brown rubber band or a brown hair tie. If you have black hair or dark hair, you can get black. If you have blonde, then you can get the lighter color. But all of those colored hair ties, don't even think about taking them. They will be taken away. You will not be able to wear them. And I wish that's something that my recruiter would have told me. Of course, I had a guy recruiter, so maybe he wasn't even thinking about that type of stuff. But those are little things that you don't think about, because I stocked up on like colored hair ties and I couldn't use any of them. So keep it simple. Like I said, look in the regulation, but don't pack any colored hair ties. When you're in basic training, and this can go for any nationality, I would say find you somebody that is a braider, because braids will save your life in basic training. You have hit times, which means you have to be at this place at this time. It could be 10 minutes apart, your hit times, or you have to get up super duper early. You do not want to be fumbling around with your hair. That's why I want to go back to tip number 1, which is protect the style. You are not going to have a lot of time in basic training. So find you somebody that's a braider, somebody that can give you 2 cornrows. Anybody can wear 2 cornrows, and you can go on about your business. I know there's always somebody that can braid around. You know, you're going to be in a big group of girls. Find you somebody that can braid, at least, you know, when you're doing certain things, or when you're going on ruck marches, I would say, certain things like that. You don't want to have a big old bun. When you have to wear your helmet, you don't want to have a big old bun or have to be trying to worry with your hair. Find you somebody that can braid it up and be done with it. You won't be able to get relaxers while you're in, so yes. Make sure you get you a good style that you can rock for a good 10 weeks while you're in basic training, and you don't have to worry about your hair. You don't need to bring any makeup. I know sometimes I heard horror stories where they take makeup away. You will not be allowed to wear makeup while you're in basic training. It is in the regulation. Once you graduate basic training, you go to AIT or you go to your actual duty station, you can wear makeup. But while you're in basic training, you won't be able to wear any makeup. So don't even worry about bringing any of your makeup, because you're not allowed to wear it. One of the bigger things that I would say, especially for females in general, is focus on what you're learning. That should be your goal, not boys. Focus on what you're learning, because these are the tips that are setting the foundation now for your future. If you happen to go to war, these are the skills that you're going to need and that you're going to be able to bounce back on. So your main goal should be focusing on learning. They do land nav, they do first aid, how to PMCS a vehicle, fitness, things like that. Those are the things that you should be focusing on. Which brings me to my next one. Like I said, don't focus on any boys. You are in a confined environment and setting while you're in basic training. And when you're away from the opposite sex for a certain amount of time, it's different for everybody. People go to getting the lusty eyes, and they go to getting, oh, that's my boyfriend, because you're around these people all day. You build relationships with them. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. Do not marry anybody that you're in basic training with or AIT. I'm just going to put that out now, because it happens all the time. You are there with these people for 8 weeks, 10 weeks, however long your basic training is. Of course, you're going to get feelings for them. It's only because you're in basic training, you've been deprived of everything else. So you get emotional and you lean towards these people that you build these relationships with. And some people you might have a strong bond with. I still have friends that I went to basic training a long time ago, and I'm still friends with them. But do not fall for the okie doke females. Keep your legs closed, because it does happen in basic training. You're not supposed to have sex, but it happens. And make sure you are focusing on your end goal, which is graduating basic training and learning everything you can, because this is the foundation time, the building blocks of your career. that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. I did not come on to be mommy to you all, but I do want to share my knowledge and my information with you all, especially females going forward in the military and in basic training, because if these were some of the things that I knew when I went to basic training, I know my basic training life would have been a lot easier. So that's it, guys. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.